Well, Darren, that was a fully deserved, very professional 3-0 win, but we had to work for it, didn't we? You could see that if we weren't on top of our game, that Oldham had something to give there.
Just said it, we're playing Oldham. We're not, in all due respect, we're not playing a lower team. We're playing Oldham Athletic with an unbelievable standing tradition, brilliant manager, coaching staff, hundreds of games behind him, John. Some big names on the team sheet. You have to be at your best, and we're trying to develop that mentality of our players to expect more, expect the best. It won't always happen, we won't always deliver, but they've got to start believing that they are within this realm, and they can be within this company. I think that's really important.
Yeah. I mean, they started quite strongly the first 10 minutes and cracked the crossbar. Once we then got the goal, which I think was a lovely build-up with Podge laying it into Tyreek, we seemed to settle into it and really did well the rest of the second half. Got both goals.
Yeah, look, we had to change shape. We kind of went with an 11 that we thought could adapt because we weren't too sure what Oldham would play in terms of system, so we started really sort of bland and basic, and we had to adapt after we conceded the two very good chances to Oldham early on, and once we changed that, it kind of changes the angles of things, and it put Tyreek definitely in a different area for the first goal. But and I don't want to undersell Ty because he's done fantastic tonight, but Armand is another level to me as a team player, centre forward, and I must put this to bed that guy could go 26, get more games without scoring, and he'd still be the first name on the team sheet. His work ethic, football intelligence, sacrifice for our football team kind of encompasses our performances at the minute, and that goal will definitely come. But the way he laid the ball on for Ty, we saw him do it exactly the same pass to Jermaine Anderson or at Torquay before Daly scored. Just a brilliant footballer. And Ty took his time with his finish, but he got it, and then lovely finish to Ty's second goal. It was a really beautiful finish, in front of the goal. And because he's now scored those goals, hopefully it unlocks that part of his game and the belief in that part of his game that means he can do it a lot more often.
Yeah, don't want to go over the top, but I must admit, I've said a number of times that watching Padraig Armand play, he's just a beautiful player. He's just so good on the ball, and he knows what he wants to do, and it's just great to watch him. So, we held our own. We did well first half, comfortable lead. They came out really strongly the first 10 or 15 minutes, and again we took that pressure and then reasserted ourselves.
Yeah, look, we're not going to be. There's never a game where you have 100% dominance. We have to defend this. We work very hard in our defending, which hopefully is recognised. But the most important thing with any team or any sport is the attitude of the players. And the attitude of the players tonight was outstanding. Yeah. Even after the start, it wasn't. I wasn't very happy with the start, but their attitude to the change, the tactical change. Ian constructed a very, very well-worked set play, and Ian Dyer should take credit for the design, but the implementation of it from the players, again, it's attitude. It's all about attitude. So, I thought the way we sort of got back into the game after a difficult start and then kicked on so quickly, I thought was magnificent. I think that's a sign of a good team, for me. Yeah. I've always had teams that do it as well as this team. And then I thought, okay, let's kind of really hit a bit of a standard, a ceiling of standard tonight. And I don't think we hit that ceiling, which is great, but we certainly came close.
Yeah. And it was great to see all three substitutions contributed, but particularly, Jake Vokes, we got glimpses of the class he has and what he can do, didn't we?
He's a very, very good player. Very, very good player. And we kind of tinkered with him playing in front of Josh yesterday, and just to have that different option. But yeah, look, he's a good player. You don't play for Southwark, you don't play in the Premier League if you're not very good. So no, he's a brilliant addition to us, and he gives us depth, and he gives us that competition for Josh and that's really pushed Josh on, because Josh again tonight was magnificent. But I know I speak a lot about the fullbacks, but the defending of positions in and around the box is fantastic, and we're well versed in it because we practice it a lot. But I thought Casey was excellent tonight. I thought they were all excellent. The subs, they can still do better. We can still do better, but it was a good performance. Attitude of the players was just magnificent. The speed and the tempo of the game was magnificent. It was nice that it was so wet. You can see now what I was saying about the Wildstone performance. When you get that speed on the surface, that helps us massively. But we got to keep building it. It changes very quickly if you don't keep building.
No, there's more to come, as you say. So, and the crowd were great tonight, weren't they?
No, brilliant. I think, look, there are times we have to feed off each other. Times where we have to, ignite their performance, and at times they've got to ignite our performance. This club only ever does anything great and successful. I'm sure if I speak to Jeff about Jeff's, achievements as manager, I'm sure he'll credit the supporters who are having a huge part to play in his success. Teams only are successful as one. You just cannot do it without everyone pushing and demanding. And encouraging the team into a better state. So they were brilliant tonight. They've been brilliant for me all season. We're still a long way, off of being optimal. It may come next month. It may come in January. I don't know. I've never had a crystal ball, but I think they fed off the attitude of the players tonight. When young Moss is pressing the goalkeeper from right back, it's the attitude of the players was fantastic.
Yeah. And finally, Maidenhead on Saturday. Never an easy place to go, is it? It's
No, look, as an individual, I've never won there. So a tough game. Well, every game's tough. It's so tough. The one thing you get in the division and League Two, when I was in League Two, is you get a real sort of human effort. You get real trying players who really want to work hard for their football club. They work hard for their money. So whatever happens, whoever you're playing, whatever the names are, whatever the CV is, whether they're part-time, full-time, 11 men versus 11 men, that is always going to be a battle and a fight. So, we have to prepare ourselves Thursday again to try and impose ourselves on the game, try and take the game, and try and build on tonight. And that will be the message. The message will be, don't let tonight's efforts be in vain. Come the next performance. Let's try and have some sort of thread and standard of performance that flows through not just the team but the football club.
Yeah, and competition for places, of course. Maybe we should switch to rugby. You can fit more players in then.
No. Well, look, we got. I think we'll have some wounded from tonight. I really do, because everyone again put their body on the line. I mean, the blocks are incredible. But Lofthouse comes back into contention. Reece Gregor Cox won't be too long out with a slight tweak in his hamstring. I can even see him being ready for Saturday, and then you got to pick a team. But everyone's done their job tonight, and my job now is to try and pick the team that is going to do the job on Saturday. It might mean someone who's done very, very well tonight doesn't play Saturday, but that's the beauty of my job.
That's your job, not ours. So
correct.
Have a good few days, and we'll see you, mate.
Thank you.